Yes, well, it's very interesting to hear people saying that we'll be able to skirt recession. We believe we are in a recession. The durable goods orders we just saw, really we're seeing the strength there because of activity being attracted to the U.S., a flight to safety. That's why our dollar's been going up as well. Nonetheless, we think we are in a recession. We're seeing tremendous demand destruction. You see demand for gasoline over the summer down to 25-year lows, 1997. Think about that. So lots of demand destruction, and we believe it will continue. The good news here is to hear Michael Evans this morning talking about, hey, we're all on the same page. This could be done in the first 3 months of next year. Well, if the market is the discounting mechanism that it should be, then it should be discounting the peak in interest rates. Yes, inflation peaked. We believe core inflation peaked at 5.3%. This is the PCE deflator that the Fed supposedly pays the most attention to, 5.3 in February. It's down to 4.6. And with all of the price declines that we are seeing out there, whether it's in retail because of too much inventory or way up the pipeline with commodities really falling out of bed, all of them, we think the inflation rate is going to be surprisingly low. We would not be surprised to see deflation month to month sequentially for a number of months during the next 6 months.
Does that mean that you are betting that the Fed eases up in a way that they have not signaled thus far?
Absolutely. I think they do not appreciate how much demand destruction has taken place out there. But this holiday season, I think, will be telltale that way. And so I do think we're looking at a major pivot. If we're right that deflation, and we've been saying this for a while, so consider the source, but if we're right that deflation, both for cyclical reasons and for secular reasons, all we do is look at technology and the cost declines associated with different technologies, and they're massive. So we think that inflation during the years ahead is going to surprise significantly on the low side of expectations.
And then how do you think that the Fed balances both the issue of credibility, given what they have signaled about the market, with the data that you're suggesting they're not appreciating just yet?
Well, I think they have been basing their outlook and their policy on two lagging indicators. Seems they've been paying more attention to the CPI year over year, which is still at over 8%. And employment. Both of those are lagging indicators. The leading indicators, which are all in the pipeline, easy to see right now, are all saying that prices are going to come down. Inflation certainly will come down, but I think the big surprise out there is the number of months we will see actual deflation, negative prices. And it's not just because of the U.S. In fact, we're benefiting from the flight to safety from the rest of the world. What's going on in China is highly deflationary. What's going on in Europe, the same. This energy is a huge tax on that continent. One of the other things that's happened in the last in the last week that I think is fascinating is that both Japan and China have basically supported their currency, and they're basically saying no mas. And in order to do that, what are they doing? They're selling dollars and buying their own currency. So effectively, China and Japan are doing some of the easing that we think the Fed will do, increasing dollars in the system.